This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow. Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
let me have Jeff Kingery, Stephen Hughes, Nick Mainers, Freddie McCandless, Barrett Wright, and Todd Gentry. These are the guys who volunteered to be in this contest. And may I have my senior cheerleaders to come help distribute the football, please? Today, Jeff, Stephen, and Nick are going to play quarterbacks. That's a position they don't normally play. Freddie, Barrett, and Todd will basically be doing what they normally do. They're going to try to catch these balls that are going to be thrown by the new quarterbacks, okay? Now, the key is the quarterback that makes the most complete passes will get y'all got to see back, will get 3 excused tardies. Scoot back where you were, please. We need room.
Okay, over here.
We're going to blindfold you. And one of our senior cheerleaders is going to give you a kiss. And if you can guess which one it is, you get those 3 tardies. You up for it? You up for it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Miss Mason, will you blindfold me, please?
It's going to be a senior. One of those two?
That'll be easy.
can't touch it. Stand like this and just like
Bring it all on.
Who is it?
No, don't hit your mouth. He said,
All right, we're ready. Okay, Jeff, don't touch her, and here she comes.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay, again. Hold on.
Yeah.
What would you rate that a kiss on from 1 to 5?
I don't know. I don't rate kisses.
Well, he's a gentleman. He doesn't rate kisses. Which one do you think it was?
Jimmy.
You think it was Jimmy? Take that blindfold off and let's see who the kiss is from. For those of you that don't know, this is Roxy Kingery. That's Jeff's mom. Thanks, Jeff. Guys, get back to your positions, please. The band's gonna play another song for you. Miss Macy is here. Miss Macy is here to announce the winners of Spirit Week at the high school. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for all of your participation. The school looks great, signs are wonderful, but I'll get right to the important information that you want. As you know, a freshman homeroom won the pizza party for the most participation this week in the Spirit Week activities. Congratulations, Miss Britton's homeroom with 86.7% participation. Good job. Miss Lynch's homeroom came in second and Miss Norman's third. All right, now for the overall class winner. Upperclassmen, you need to be embarrassed. The overall winner in Spirit Week this year is the freshman class. No, let's have a little bit of anticipation. Third place goes to Miss Richardson's senior homeroom. Second place, Miss Angstrom's freshman homeroom. And first place, Miss Kingery's
a little introduction.
All right. Thank you, Lori. Is everybody having a good time? Hey! You know, we've had a lot of great things going on this week at Glasgow High. We've got the big football game tonight with Russellville, and they've got a great team, but I'm confident these guys are going to get their fourth straight win. Are they going to get their fourth straight win? Do I hear a big yes? How about that Scotty band, the best 3A band in Kentucky? You know, we've had a lot of great things going on at Glasgow High this week. We've got two golf teams that have participated in the state tournament. Lady Scotties finished 5th, and the Scotty boys are 4th. Our soccer team beat Russellville this week, so let's give all of those good folks a big round of applause. Hope we'll see everybody here at Hank Roy Stadium, Scotty Field tonight. If I can, Lori, let me get you and Mr. Nelson over here. I'm going to lead a cheer. Never done that in my life. May never do it again, but we're going to lead you in a little spelling bee. We're going to spell out Scotties. Cheerleaders are going to help me, and let's get real loud. Are you ready, Mr. Nelson? I'm ready. All right. Give me an S. S. Give me a C. C. Give me an O. O. Give me a T. T. Give me a T. T. Give me an I. I. Give me an E. E. Give me an S. S. What do you got? Scotty. Louder. Scotty. Louder. Scotty. One more time. Scotty. All right. Want to see you tonight at Hank Roy Stadium, Scotty Field. It's going to be a big night for Glasgow High.
Freshman candidate and Thomas Davenport. Freshman candidate Wendy Kidd arrives in an 82-bed custom convertible owned by Roger Brooks. A 73 white convertible owned by Wendy Frazier carries freshman Andrea Maynard. The first of the sophomore candidates, Laura Beth Meadows, arrives in a Mercedes owned by Dr. William Mars. She is followed by Allison Stokes in an 80 yellow teacup owned by Roger Brooks. Final sophomore candidate, Laurie Vance, rides in an 82 black teatop owned by Elmer Ritchie. The junior candidates are next, led by Chastity Hayes in a 72 yellow convertible owned by Tommy Elliott. Kelly Hughes in a 76 maroon teatop owned by Jerry Gardner. Finally, Natalie Kilburn in a 1981 red teatop owned by Kenny Cash. Red Peacock, owned by William Bubba Brent. And our last candidate, Beth Johnson, 1975 red and white convertible, owned by Larry Bull. Team is a golf cart owned by Sam and Beverly Lawson and driven by GHS girls golf coach Mike Harris. Riding in the golf cart with Coach Harris and his daughters Megan and Laura Beth are Jean Marie Lawson, Jill Marion, Angela Christie, Morgan Hefney, Casey Mannion, and Whitney Wade. Congratulations to these Lady Scotty golfers who are the Region 4 champions and took 5th place in the state this year. The junior float, we're fired up. That's of 1996. Big Scott to the Barron Volunteer Fire Department for providing the 1957 Chevrolet fire truck driven by GHS alumnus Joe Austin from the class of... To demonstrate their support of the Scotty football team and to show their school spirit, the Glasgow Scotty soccer team is riding in a 1993 Ford Ranger driven by soccer coach Joe Downing and owned by John and Linda Payne. GMC truck, owned and driven by Bobby Richardson.
Let me mention that Monroe County leading Allen County 7-3. I'm going to take Monroe County in that game.
Okay, I'll take Allen County. But Allen County kicked the field goal on their first possession, and Mr. Lorenzo Tooley ran the kickoff back for a touchdown.
The Scotties racing through the tunnel by the band and students here at Hank Roy Stadium. As they race onto the field here, the captains meeting at midfield. Glasgow blue jerseys and white pants trimmed in blue with blue helmets. So you've heard the starting lineups for the Glasgow Scotties and the Russellville Panthers. By the way, Barron County trailing Meade County 7-0 as Russellville races onto the field here at Hank Roy Stadium. We'll be back with the start of this football game in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Here we go. I want to taste. Makes me delirious. My Papa John's pizza. Some kind of serious. I call my...
Glasgow moves to your right in the first quarter. Russellville to your left as this homecoming game is underway. End over end kick that drives Barron right back to about the 6-yard line. Has it at the 10, right at the 15, at the 20. Tries to cut to the outside, but he's bottled up and taken down at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Glasgow Scotties. Great team speed by Russellville, and they have outstanding coverage on their special teams. And Barron Wright is taken down after a return of 16 yards, and Barry Elliott, a 5'9", 180-pound freshman, brings him down. Time of possession critical in this game for the Glasgow Scotties.
You've got that right. We need to keep the football, and when we do, we need to score when we do.
McCandless wide out on the left side. Scotties in the double slot. Michael Moore calling the signals. Russellville has a 7-man front. As the handoff comes up the middle to Jeff King, repowers his way up to about the 25-yard line, maybe a step beyond off right tackle, trying to bang it over the right line and pick up yardage up the middle against this Russellville defense. They aren't nearly as big up front on the line defensively, 203, as compared to their offensive front at 243. Here's Courtney Coker, a 6'2", 265 senior. He's not near 203.
Not very big, huh?
Well, they've got two guys that are 170 up front. That's what brings that weight down, Kaywood.
That's right.
2nd and 7 for the Scotties at the 25. Gentry's in motion to the left side. Reverse handoff. Here comes to Barrett Wright. Cuts outside at the 30. Right and taken down at about the 31-yard line. You see great penetration, great mobility by Russellville is right that time, Larry, in the open field. And although Russellville may have missed an assignment, because of their great team speed, they recovered very well, and Barrett Wright could have exploded for a much bigger game, but as it is, a 5-yard burst. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Scotties at the 30-yard line. O.T. Todd, 6'5", 185 senior, makes a stop from his defensive end.
Yeah, that was really a good hole. Really started out looking to be a real good play around the right side, and it closed really quick. O.T. Todd came in for the tackle.
It's a 6-man front. Barrett Wright cuts inside. Wright's got the first down as he crunches up to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 as he came from that left slot back position, cut to his right, took it past the 30 up to the 34-yard line, and that's what the Scotties want to do, grab those first downs. 1st and 10 after Barrett Wright picked up about 4 yards. He was taken down by Carl Grinter, a 5'9", 190 senior, and Grinter plays an outside linebacker for Ken Barrett's team.
That was the same play again, and another good hold that time.
Out of the double slot, the Scotties facing a 6-man front as Michael Moore calling the signals. Gentry had a motion to the left side as the handoff comes to Kingery. Kingery powers his way past the 35 up to about the 36-yard line off left tackle. But this Russellville defense hard to run against. They've killed a lot of their opponents this year, won by margins of 35 and 40 points, beat Crittenden County 54-0 last week. Gain of about a yard or 2 yards for Kingery. The ball spotted at the 36-yard line, 9:41 left in the first quarter. Homecoming here at Hank Roy Stadium is David Gilbert, a 5'11", 210-pound senior, makes a stop. He's a tackle for the Panthers. McCandless wide out on the left side, double slot for the Scotties. Russellville with 6 men at the line of scrimmage. As a handoff comes to Ty Gentry. Gentry tries to escape a tackler, moves it up to about the 38-yard line, but he's taken down at that point, and Glasgow's going to be faced with 3rd and long. Gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 for the Scotties. 3rd and a long 6, well, really about 7 yards for the Scotties, and the ball was spotted back at the 37. I thought his forward progress was a 38, but it's a 37. Marcus Thomas, 6'1", 170 junior. Understand that he is an outstanding defensive end, and we'll have to watch him as they come out of the double slot. Russellville has an 8-man front, Larry, basically, as Michael Moore drops back. Here's a long pass for McCandless. Overthrown, had him open, but it was overthrown at the Russellville 46-yard line. The pass is incomplete.
Boy, that was a good play, too. It was just a fly pattern, and once he got by O.T. Todd, who was on the corner right there, the 6'5" cornerback, the ball was lofted right up over his head. It was just a little bit out of Freddie's reach.
Sean Bailey and Stacy Morrison, twin safety, and they're going to set up for the return, and they might even run a reverse on this, Larry, so watch out, Scotties. Nick Swart set to punt. Here's the boot. High and over in kick, though they won't have a chance to return it, but it's not a good kick as it sails out of bounds. And let's see where the official is going to mark it at the Russellville 47-yard line. And I think Coach Eubanks said they'll try to angle it away, and Nick did that, but it was a short punt, only a 16-yard punt. No return, but outstanding field position for Russellville at the 46-yard line. The Panthers have it 1st and 10. With lots of speed, they'll run out of the wishbone set, as Larry's going to have an update on the contest in just a moment that we are following. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as they run out of that wishbone set. Randall Morrow's the quarterback. Glasgow defensively, a 6-man front. And Glasgow jumped off sides as Barrett Wright got a little bit eager, and it's going to be 1st and 5 for Russellville.
Yeah, Barrett, they've got Barrett up on the line of scrimmage. As you said, we're going to have a lot of defensive backs, but we've got Barrett moved right up in the gap right there, and he was a little bit anxious that time.
That's 1st and 5 now for the Panthers, and the ball is moved into Glasgow territory at the 49-yard line. Larry, do you have an update on one of the games that we're following tonight?
Yeah, as I might have known, Mr. Prognosticator Jim Moody is right. 13-3, Monroe County.
They come out of the wishbone. Russellville, Morrow calling the signals. Glasgow 7-man front. Which pick comes outside and stopped at about the 49-yard line on the toss sweep is Stacy Morrison. Boy, he was crunched that time. You can see that he's got good speed. Tried to shuffle it inside to make the cut, but somebody knocked him down hard, and he gained really nothing on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 5 as a quick pitch came to the left, but Richie Gargeron, 5'9", 179 senior, makes the tackle.
Michael Bragg was there first, had him for about a 2 or 3 yard loss, but couldn't bring him down.
Scotties defensively up front, 6 men. The ends are tied for Russellville, running out of the wishbone as a quick pitch comes to the right. Here's Mars, has it at the 45. Mars is cut down at that point. He'll be a little bit short of the first down at the 45. Looked like he might have lost his footing there as he turned it to the inside. Ball is spotted at the 45. It's going to be 3rd and a yard for the Panthers at the Scotty 45. Richie again with the stop. 7:50 left in the first quarter. No score between the Panthers and the Scotties here at Hank Roy Stadium. 4-yard gain for Morris. 3rd and a yard. They're
in probably the slickest part of the field, right in the middle of the field right here, and he did lose his footing a little bit, but Richie was there. He wasn't going to get very much more.
Scotties 7 men at the line of scrimmage as Morrow sets the ball club down. The ends are tight. They come out of the wishbone. Hand off up the middle. First down. Not much more for Mars, but he got the first down as he crunched it to the 43 off right tackle. Somebody banged him pretty good after he got a couple of yards and he was driven down, but so far it's been all Stacy Marsh carrying the football, and Russellville has their first down of this football game. At least I thought they did. The officials are going to ask for a measurement right here.
It looked like
I thought he had it for sure.
Looked like he had it very easily.
But they're going to stretch the chains. I still believe he's got it.
Monroe County 13.
And he does. 1st and 10 for Russellville. At the Scotty 43, so Morris with the 2-yard carry that time. He was taken down by Mike Bragg. Mike's a 5'9", 211-pound junior. And tonight he's playing a tackle, the right tackle for Jerry Eubanks' team. 7:15 left in the first quarter. No score between the Panthers and the Scotties. Panthers with the football after Glasgow was forced to punt it. Scotties have 6 men, actually about 5 up front as Morrow calls the signals. Quick pitch coming to the outside. Moving the football down to the 38-yard line. On the toss sweep is Londell Stovall, 5'9", 170 junior. Somebody had him at about the 40, and then he just fell forward for a couple of more yards, picked up about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Panthers at the 38. Really a pickup of about 5, I think. 5 or 6 for the Russellville Panthers. Todd Gentry made the stop.
Well, you've got Hines and you've got Coker over here on this left side. They both 265, and they just moved people backward, and nobody touched him until he had about 5 yards.
Set out of the wishbone. Glasgow 6-man front, and Mr. Hines jumped a little too soon. And you can tell easily when Marlon Hines jumps at 265.
He's a big kid, isn't he?
Almost as big as Randall Cook is after he finishes a salad bar.
Almost, but not quite.
So instead of 2nd and 5, it's now going to be 2nd and 10 for the Panthers at the Scotty 43-yard line. Both teams have been offsides in this football game.
And the center is not a little feller either. He's about 260.
Goodness gracious. Now out of the I formation, wide out on the right side is going to be Bailey, as Morrow will drop back. Morrow being chased. Morrow, little screen is caught, but a beautiful stop at the 46-yard line. And making the stop was Jeremy Poland as they threw the little screen to Joe Mars, and he was wrapped up for a 3-yard loss, 3rd and 13.
That was a middle screen. They let the defensive ends come in. They had a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but Jeremy Poland stayed at home and read it perfectly, and when he caught it, he nailed him.
3rd and 13 for the Panthers at the Scotty 46-yard line. Larry, early in this football game, this is a very big play for Glasgow.
I think it is, too. It's a very big play. They took it over on the 47-yard line, and they've got it on their own 47-yard line now.
Out of the eye, look for Morrow to pass it as he drops back. Morrow, he's going to try to throw the home run pass. It is going to be overthrown, incomplete. And I mean running the streak pattern down the right sideline was Stovall. Todd was in the vicinity, but Stovall, that pass wasn't far from being completed.
Yeah, O.T. Todd cut the pattern off a little bit short and came back toward the football, and then the Stovall went on down the sidelines, and the ball was overthrown by just a little bit.
The penalty hurts, and then a big defensive play on the screen pass by Poland, and Russellville must punt on 4th and 13 at the Scotty 46, and Schlegel will punt.
After the first defensive series, we stopped the speed pretty well.
Gentry at his 17. Schlegel punts from his 42. Here's a kick. Oh, he shanked it off the right side, and Glasgow will get decent field position, much better than it could have been, as it will roll out of bounds around the 30-yard line. He had a chance to pin the Scotties deep in their own territory, but he shanked it to the right, and it goes out of bounds. No return. However, Scotties won't have horribly bad field position. Let's see where they'll spot the football. They spot it at the 28. So it's going to be a 17-yard kick. 1st and 10. 5:21 left in the first quarter. No score. Now let's see what Glasgow does on its second offensive series.
I think you may see the football in the air, because that last pass that we threw out here on the sidelines would have been perfectly timed. If it would have been, had a lot of yardage. It was just overthrown just barely.
Barrett Wright cuts to the outside. Tries to get it past the 30, and he does. Moves it up to the 31-yard line as he tried to string it out. He did a good job because he had about 5 guys chasing it. And you know how quick Russellville's defense is. Well, Barrett managed to turn what could have been a loss into a small gain. Picked up about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Scotties. It's Brandon Washington, 5'9", 150 junior. I mean, defensively, when you look at the team speed, boy, they are quick.
They are. They just strung it out, and the speed just kept coming. Barrett broke 3 tackles on that run. Not a lot of people could do that. He got a little bit of yardage out of nothing.
2-yard pickup for Wright. Wide out on the left side's McCandless. Russellville 6-man front, double slot for the Scotties. Michael Moore calling the signals. Here's a handoff to Jeff Kingery up the middle. Kingery bangs his way up to about the 34-yard line off right tackle. And the Scotties are going to be faced with about 3rd and 5. Well, really, about 3rd and 4 is Kingery. Picked up about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and a long 4 for the Scotties at the 34-yard line. Stacy Morris, 5'7", 155 senior, makes a stop for Russellville. 4:14 left in the first quarter. No score between the Scotties and the Panthers. Big third down play right here. Russellville aligning its defense, 6-man front. Reverse handoff comes to Gentry. Cuts inside 35. Gentry banged down at about the 38-yard line. He'll be about the 38 maybe. It's going to be close, but I think he'll be just a little bit short of the first down. The yard marker's at the 39, and he's going to be about a foot short. Now, well, Glasgow, might they punt it, or might they ask for a timeout?
They're asking for a measurement, I think.
For a measurement.
He got a pretty good spot that time. It's at the 38.
That's a smart move, too, because it's that close. Now you get a chance to think about it on the sidelines. You get a chance to think about what you want to do, whether you want to go for it or whether you want to punt.
It's about what, a half a yard short?
A half yard short.
Well, Larry, do you risk it here and try to go for the first down? Well, if you don't, Russellville's got it at about the 38.
That would be a big gamble, Jim, but I'm looking for it looks like they're going for it.
4th and less than a yard for the Glasgow Scotties, and they're going for it, it looks like, with 3:43 left in the first quarter. Here they go. They want to keep that football. The backfield's in the double slot. Russellville 7-man front. Michael Moore calling the signals. Moore
going to try to
long count. And did Glasgow jump off sides?
We were trying to draw them off sides, and we jumped just the right guard, I believe, jumped off sides.
And now the Scotties will punt the football on 4th and 5.5.
I think we were trying to sit there and draw them off sides, and instead we jumped.
So, Larry, the Scotties stopped just shy of the first down. They were going for it, or at least, as you mentioned, trying to draw Russellville off sides, but instead, Glasgow jumped the gun. Second penalty, 10 yards for the Scotties, and Nick Swords punts. You've got Morris, Stacy Morris, and Londo Stovall deep in twin safety at the 40. Here's a kick by Swords, and he kicked it out of bounds, but he didn't kick it very far, folks. Maybe 4 or 5 yards.
He didn't kick it past the first down marker.
No, he didn't. Let's see where they mark it. They mark it at the 38. I believe that's a 3-yard punt. Well, maybe the 37. Let's see.
If we hadn't have made the first down, if we'd have gone for it, we'd have
been in the same situation. That was a 3-yard punt. Well, he's trying to kick it away from their return man, but in doing so, he kicked it off the side of his foot, and it went out of bounds. A 3-yard punt. Allen County's come back. As Monroe County 13, Allen County 10, and that may be a 90-89 ball game. They're out of the wishbone set, 1st and 10. There's a handoff up the middle. Here comes Mars, cuts outside at the 30. Mars has it at the 25. Mars rolled out of bounds at about the 27. It's hard to see on that far sideline. He didn't make it to the 25. He's taken out of bounds at about the 28. They officially mark it. It's going to be a gain of 9. 2nd and 1 for Russellville at the Glasgow 28-yard line. Stop made by Michael Moore. 2nd and 1. Quick huddle by the Panthers as they return to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 1. Scotty 6-man front. Morrow sets the ball club down. The ends are tied out of the wishbone set. There's a handoff. Cutting to the outside, here's Grinter, has it at the, or Stovall at the 20. Stovall rolled down by Todd Gentry as he swings left at the 17-yard line. Londo Stovall, quick acceleration, and he almost turned that quarter for 6. As it is, he picked up about 11 yards before Gentry brought him down. That's Todd's second stop. But, Larry, another first down for Russellville, and the momentum's on their side. 1st and 10 at the Scotty 17.
And I'll tell you what, it took every ounce of speed, every inch of speed that Todd Gentry had to catch him, too, and he just barely got him by the ankles.
Here come the Panthers out of the wishbone set. Glasgow, 6-man front defensively, as Morrow will drop back. Morrow is upended. Up, he pitched the football, but he was ruled down as he pitched it back at the 19. Tried the option to pitch, but looked like Nick Manners was there. Maybe somebody else for the Scotties. Was it Nick Manners?
That was Nick Manners. Put the pressure on him. Hit the quarterback on the option, the first man, and he was down on the ground before he pitched it.
Outside linebacker, 5'11", 190 sophomore. So a loss of about 3 for the Panthers. 2nd and 13, but they've been effective on the ground so far in this drive. They began it, I believe, at the Glasgow 37-yard line after a short punt. 2:07 left of the first quarter. Morrow, the ends are tight. Morrow again tried to hand it off, but he's driven back at about the 25, and Jeff Kingery shot through the gap. And now Russellville all of a sudden facing 3rd and long.
Yeah, a little red dog on right there. Jeff Kingery shot the gap right up the middle, right in between the guard and the center, and caught the quarterback before he could even turn around to hand the football off.
Loss of 5 3rd and 18 for the Panthers at the Scotty 25-yard line. Think they'll go to the air right here?
I would say you're pretty safe to say that they would go to the air right here, yes.
1:30 left in the first quarter. No score between the Panthers and the Scotties. It's the Panthers send O.T. Todd as a wideout on the left side. And let's see, on the right side of the slot is going to be Morris. Watch for him. Now they've almost got a double slot. It's Morrow calling the signals. And Morrow, reverse handoff, fumble the football, and the Scotties may have it, and they do, at the 21-yard line on a poor pitch that time.
Jeff Kingley got that fumble recovery.
Boy, Russellville executed poorly their last 3 plays.
Yeah, they had it spread out. They had it set up in a double slot and had the end spread way out and only had one running back, and they tried to reverse back into the middle of the line, and the football was fumbled.
So Glasgow escapes, Larry. 1st and 10 at the 22 for the Scotties.
Well, that's big, 2 big deals for the defense already tonight on the first 2 Russellville possessions.
The problem here is field position, where Glasgow's not had the best of it in this game. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. McCandless wide out on the left side. Russellville 6-man front. Handoff Gentry. Gentry bangs it up to about the 25-yard line off left tackle with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter.
4 yards.
And for Gentry, he picked up about 3 at 2nd and 7 for the Scotties as Sanchez Troxler, 5'6", 160 freshman, makes the stop.
Where'd they get all these names?
I don't know. Sanchez Alexander.
He looks a little bit bigger than 5'6" and 160.
Out of the double slot, Michael Moore drops back. Here's a little pass. It's incomplete. He led Freddie McCandless a little too wide at the 29. And the pass is incomplete. It's going to set up 3rd and 7 for the Scotties with 16 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Seems like that's the pass that Michael Moore has more trouble throwing than anything. When you throw the football on down the field, it's like he can put it out on the money, but the pass going to the sidelines and out in the flat is what he has the most trouble with.
Now the Scotties faced with, I would think, a must-passing situation as McCandless is a split in on the left side. Let's see, Russellville stacking about 6 men at the line of scrimmage. Scotties in the double slot as Barrett Wright's in motion. As Michael Moore will pass the football, it is almost intercepted by Todd at the 38-yard line. The pass is incomplete. Pierce and McCandless were running deep routes, but the pass is incomplete. Moore was fortunate that he didn't throw his second interception right there. 12 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Larry, Glasgow is slowly but surely losing the battle of field position.
We need a big punt right here out of Nick Swords.
Well, if he gets a lot of hang time on it, the Scotties are going to have to cover real well. He'll punt from his 13. Here's a kick by Swords. That's a nice one. High end over red kick. Morris will take the football, almost fell down, gives ground, and he is going to be breaking one tackle, moves it past midfield, down to about the 46-yard line. 4 or 5 Scotties had him. Brandon Tooley had a shot at him back at the 40. That's where he took it at the 45. He gave ground. Boy, he broke loose from a couple of would-be tackles, and he returned it to the Scotty 46-yard line, and that ends the first quarter. Punt of 30 yards, 7-yard return. The first quarter is over. At the end of one quarter, no score between Russellville and Glasgow. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
We're here with Dave.
Quarter stats: 2 first downs, 20 yards rushing, minus 3 yards passing, 17 yards. We'll get Glasgow stats in a moment as Morrow on the handoff, cutting outside and wrapped up after a gain of about 3 yards is the right halfback, Londell Stovall. Tried to rip it to the outside. Somebody made a great open field tackle. Was that Todd?
Todd Gentry, yes.
His 3rd stop, gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Panthers as they move to your right in the second quarter. They've got the football at Glasgow's 44. Glasgow had 1 first down, 28 yards rushing in the first quarter. Thank you, Randall and Bruce, the stats crew of the century. Out of the wishbone attack, the ends are tight. For Russellville, Morrow calling the signals. Glasgow 6-man front. As a handoff comes Stovall, cuts to the outside, takes it down to the 40-yard line before he's upended, and that's going to set up 3rd and short for Coach Barrett's team. No score here at Hank Roy Stadium. Homecoming will have all the festivities at the half. It's Ask the Coach tomorrow morning at 8:30 here. Meade County leading Barron 20-0 as Todd makes his 4th stop, and that's unfortunate. The Trojans trailing big, nearing the first half completion.
Yeah, Meade County always has a good football team.
About a 4-yard gain that time. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Hand off and wrapped up. No, Morrow will try to cut outside. Morrow slips down and he lost 7 yards. At the 47, O.T. Todd tried to throw him a block, but Freddie McCandless, Barrett right there, and Freddie makes the stop. And Russellville is self-destructed on 3rd and short a couple of times in this game. A loss of about 7 that time.
About 8 yards.
So it's going to be 4th and 9 for the Panthers at the Scotty 47.
I mean, Jeff Kingery nailed the halfback that came through that got the fake of the football from a quarterback, and Jeff Kingery nailed him, and the quarterback kept it, and then he couldn't keep his footing out there in the wet field.
Schlegel punts from his 41. Gentry standing at his 17. High snap. Here's a kick. Nice boot. High end-over-end kick. Drives Gentry back. Has it at the 7-yard line. Cuts to the outside. Gentry cuts to the 10. Gentry breaks the tackle. Has it at the 13-yard line. And Todd worked to get that. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the 13. Poor field position for Glasgow, but so far they've been able to stop Russellville. As Russellville a couple of times on 3rd and short have had some big losses. That was a nice punt, a good hang time. 38-yard punt. 4-yard return by Gentry. The stop was made by Courtney Coker.
Todd's going to be
mad. Todd felt that one.
He's going to be mad over that. Let a 265-pound man get him.
That's right. Of course, Todd's not near 265. In fact, he's half of that, 131. Larry, the Scotties need to get a first down. They've not done so in their last 2 drives. At the 13, they've got it out of the double slot. Barrett Wright set a motion to the right side as rambling up the middle is Jeff Kingery. Bangs his way past the 15 up to the 16 or 17-yard line. Kingery really working hard off that right side and digging and driving his way for extra yardage, and picked up about 3. 2nd and 7 for the Scotties. And this Russellville team hits you hard. O.T. Todd's 2nd stop. Scotties really need to take some time off the clock and move the football and get some first downs.
We need to get 3 or 4 first downs, and we really need to put the ball in our territory.
Gentry comes out for the Glasgow Scotties, and Brandon Chambers replaces him. On 2nd and 7, out of the double slot, Michael Moore calling the signals. Here's Barrett Wright, cuts to the outside. Wright digs his way past the 20, up to about the 23-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. He may be just a little bit short. And I mean, he's close, Larry, as he fired off the line. And let's see if they'll ask for a measurement or what they'll do right here with 8:57 left in the first half. No score between Russellville and Glasgow. Now the official, after waiting half a day, decides to ask for a measurement. Why did he wait 10,000 years?
I guess he was going to go ahead and let it be short until somebody asked him for one.
Glasgow looks like they'll be about
half a yard.
Well, about a half a yard short. A 3rd and less than a yard. This is a big 3rd down play right here. Scotties need to get that first down. On their last possession, they had it 4th at about a half yard and tried to draw Russellville off sides, but ended up jumping the gun themselves and were caught for a false start. Marlon Hines made that tackle, 6'4", 265 senior. I'm impressed with how well these big guys move for the Panthers.
They move real well for the Panthers.
3rd and about a half a yard. Russellville with about 8 men at the line of scrimmage. Glasgow out of the double slot as a handoff comes to Kingery. Kingery's got the first down as he takes it up to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Kingery really working hard that time to churn the yardage out, and he picked up about 7 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the 29-yard line. Big first down that time. Marcus Thomas makes the stop. 8:30 left in the first half. No score between Glasgow and Russellville.
Good block that time by Brandon Chambers. He went in motion and led the way into the line of scrimmage and knocked out the defensive end, number 5 over here. That was Steer.
Here's a handoff to Barrett Wright. Cuts outside. Wright jumps past the 30 up to about the 31-yard line as he got the handoff from Michael Moore. Boy, Barrett loves this. He loves to be hit, and he loves to deliver a blow, too. Picked up about 2. 2nd and 8 for the Scotties. Ball at about the 31-yard line.
There's your favorite
Sanchez Troxler with the stop.
Number 42, and he sure looks bigger than 160 pounds.
The Glasgow's got to begin to win the field possession war, right? The field territory. The field position, not possession, Moody. Field position.
There you go.
I'll get it right maybe before the night's over. Here's on the reverse handoff. Nice move past the 35 up to about the 37-yard line. It's Todd Gentry. Little misdirection that time, and the Scotties do pick up some pretty good yardage, though they'll be about 3 yards short of the first down. As on the little reverse, Todd Gentry scampers and picks up about 6. Brandon Washington, second stop, 5'9", 150 junior. Big third down play right here, third at about 3 for the Scotties at the 37-yard line.
That's the play that works so well against Corbin that we scored 2 touchdowns on. Of course, Barrett Wright was the one running the football that time against Corbin.
Now timeout called by Russellville. 7:14 left in the first half. No score between the Panthers and the Scotties here at Hank Roy Stadium homecoming. We'll return in 30 seconds. And if you've got any scores, you can pass that along. We'll return after this one message on WCLU Sports. The change down, but it's still midway through the second quarter.
Well, it was a good run by Todd Gentry on the little reverse right there, and he got 5 or 6 yards on it. Evidently, he saw something he didn't like, and he jumped up and called timeout real quick.
3rd and 3 for the Scotties at the 37. Russellville with 8 men at the line of scrimmage. As a quick pitch comes to Kingery. Kingery has a first down as he moves it past the 40 on the toss sweep and rumbles his way up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, and Jeff Kingery, 6 carries, 25 yards for the Scotties. And Sean Bailey, a 5'10", 150 sophomore. Bailey comes from his linebacking position to make that stop.
Just what the doctor ordered right there. Went right over John J. Bird and Jeff and Jeremy Poland over here on this left side, and they gave him a good hold.
Scotty's out of the double slot. Russellville 6 men at the line of scrimmage. Michael Moore calling the signals. So handoff comes to Todd Gentry. Scampers past the 45 up to about the 46-yard line off left tackle. Came from his right slot back position. And Gentry manages to pick up about 2. 2nd and 8 for the Scotties. Well, the time of possession critical here is Glasgow keeping it out of Russellville's hands and slowly gaining some field position. At the 46, they've got it. That's the deepest penetration they've had so far in this game. They've not crossed the 50-yard line yet. Let's hope they do very soon here. As McCandless is a wide out on the left side. The Scotties in the double slot. Russellville 6-man front as Michael Moore handoff up the middle. Kingery. Kingery bounces off 1 tackle, moves it up to about the 49-yard line. After the initial impact, he bounced off that tackle and did pick up about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 for the Scotties at their own 49-yard line. Marcus Thomas, 6'1", 170 junior, from his defensive end position, makes the tackle. 5:55 left in the first half. No score between the Scotties and the Panthers.
I believe we're going over the 50-yard marker right here on this next play. They have moved the ball out of the shadow of our own goalpost, and now we're looking to go into Russellville territory here.
McCandless wide out on the right side. Scotties in the double slot. Russellville 7 men, almost 8 at the line of scrimmage. As the handoff comes to Barrett Wright. Barrett Wright's got the first down at the 45, right at the 40, right at the 38-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Glasgow Scotties as he cut to the outside. And Larry, the biggest gainer of this game for Glasgow. Describe that play as they'll have it at Russellville's 35-yard line. 1st and 10. He was taken out of bounds by Sean Bailey. Bailey's 3rd.
Well, they sent Todd Gentry in motion back to the left, and then he gave it to Barrett Wright right back around that right side, and they closed everybody else out on the defense on that right side, and Barrett got outside, and when he does that, he's got speed.
4 first downs for the Scotties. Barrett Wright, 16-yard gain. 6 carries, 35 yards.
I think we're going to have to see a little bit more of Mr. Wright carrying the football, too.
Out of the double slot, the Scotties with it. McCandless wide out on the right side as Michael Moore calling the signals. Here's a handoff up the middle. Jeff Kingery digs his way and past the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Boy, was there a collision out there between Kingery and who was that for Russellville?
Marcus Thomas, number 5. That's his 5th stop. He's
an active one, isn't he?
He is a very active linebacker.
Gain of a yard. 2nd and 9. 5:10 left in the first half. Scotties and the Panthers scoreless. First time that Glasgow has moved into Panther territory.
I'm sorry, he's a defensive end. He's not a linebacker. He's playing on.
Well, he plays like one, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Chambers is now in the game for Todd Gentry as the Scotties come out of the double slot. McCandless wide out on the right side. Michael Moore facing a 6-man front is Barrett Wright. Now here's the quarterback keeper by Moore. Cuts to the outside, but he's going to give ground, and he's going to be wrapped up back at about the 36-yard line. Quarterback keeper, but it went for nothing, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Scotties as he lost a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 10 at the Panther 36-yard line with 4:33 left in the first half. Stop made by Thomas again, his 6th tackle.
He didn't fool him on that play. Usually when you hand it to Barrett Wright around the right side and he gets a lot of yardage, you can fake it to him, and then the quarterback will have it right up the middle, and we've run that a lot this year, but that time didn't work.
3rd and 10. Scotties come out of that double slot. McCandless, the split in on the right side. Russellville with 8 men at the line of scrimmage as a handoff comes to Barrett Wright. Wright cuts at the corner, has it at the 30. Wright still digging his way down to about the 26-yard line. I don't know if I think he may be a little bit short of the first down, but certainly the Scotties will have it 4th and short right here as O.T. Todd makes his 3rd stop. That was a hard run by Barrett Wright. Well, they moved the ball back, Larry, to about the 27. So it's going to be 4th and a long yard, almost 2. Timeout, Glasgow. Big 4th down play coming up right here. But the Scotties have really looked good in this possession. 3:48 left in the first half. No score between Glasgow and Russellville as they get a big round of applause from the Scotty fans here at Hank Roy Stadium. We'll return after this one message on WCLU Sports.
They'll win too.
You do?
Yes.
I can't believe you said that. Larry, what will the Scotties run here on 4th and almost 2 at the Russellville 27? Well, really about a long yard.
It's either Barrett Wright or you give it to Jeff Kingery. I don't know which one he's going to give it to.
It's like Michael Moore. Double slot as Moore. In motion is Kingery. Moore calling the signals as Moore drops back, pass over the middle to Gargeron. Overthrew him, had him wide open at the 7-yard line.
Oh,
the pass is incomplete.
Boy, they had them all fooled that time, and it just was overthrown just slightly.
That would have been 6. It would have been 6. Perfect call. Just pass was a little too high over the middle for Gargeron.
They put Barrett Wright in motion to the right and waited till he got set. They put Jeff Kingery in motion to the left and waited till he got set, and then faked to the fullback up the middle, and then just raised up and threw a little dinky pass right to Richie Gargeron right over the line of scrimmage, and it was overthrown.
That was a great call. Just missed. Russellville gets it back as they escape a Scotty offensive opportunity, and they've got the football at their own 26-yard line. Now Glasgow wants a timeout. 3:46 left in the first half. Russellville takes over after Glasgow fails to get the first down on 4th and a yard. Timeout, Glasgow. That is their 2nd timeout of the first half. No score between Russellville and Glasgow. 3:46 left in the first half. We'll be back after this message on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
How many different
Scotties, Larry, fail, but a beautiful play call that time by Glasgow.
Oh, I loved it. That was outstanding play call. I'm sure that's one that they've put in here lately. We haven't seen it yet this year, so I'm sure that's one they put in this week, but it just was barely overthrown.
Russellville capable of scoring anywhere from the field. Is cutting to the outside is Stovall. Stovall rambles up to about the 29-yard line.
Gentry on the tackle for the Scotties.
About a 2-yard gain, maybe 3. 2nd and a long 7 as Richie made the stop. So, Larry, what Glasgow doesn't want to do is let Russellville score late in the first half.
Yeah, we went 7 minutes, 43 seconds there on that drive, and didn't put any points on the board. That, it doesn't help you much if you don't put anything on the board.
Here's a toss sweep cutting to the outside as Mars breaks the crowd, has it at the 35-yard line. He's wrapped down at that point. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first down. Somebody made a great open field tackle. Was it Kingery?
Jeff Kingery, and thank goodness for Jeff Kingery, because Freddie McCandless shot in from his cornerback spot and was going after the quarterback, and when that happened, the ball came inside him, and he was nothing but daylight out there, and Jeff Kingery made a good tackle.
All right, that gain from Morris of about 7 yards. He's carried it 5 times for 21 yards. 3rd and about a yard for the Panthers at the 35-yard line. 2:38 left in the first half. No score here. The ends are tight. They're out of the wishbone set. Glasgow 5-man front as Morrow will drop back. Morrow, pretty good protection. He's going to try the home run pass. Oh, they've got Ryan wide open. Pass is complete to Morris. Has it at the 30. Morris at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Russellville. And what Glasgow feared most, they score on a long touchdown pass, and the Panthers lead the Scotties by a score of 6-0. All dropped back, and he threw it to Morris on the long streak, and the Panthers lead the Scotties 6-0 with 2:20 left in the first half.
I'm sure that went over on Todd Gentry's side. I don't know what happened. He may have taken the play fake into the middle of the line and came up, but when he did, Morris just streaked right on by him, and Michael Moore was the safety man back and couldn't stop him.
64-yard touchdown pass. Here's Schlegel in to attempt the extra point. Russellville leading Glasgow 6-0. The kick by Schlegel is good, and the Panthers are on the board with a 64-yard touchdown pass from Morrow to Stacy Morris. Beautiful pass. And Russellville leads Glasgow 7-0 with 2:20 left in the first half. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports. And they lead the Glasgow Scotties by a score of 7-0 with 2:20 left in the first half.
Yeah, it was perfectly executed, and the pass was right on the money. He just ran right under it, and nobody there to stop him.
Schlegel set to kick. Barrett right deep at his 5-yard line. Russellville leads 7-0. Here's the kick. Low end over end. Booth at right has at the 15, has it at the 20. Wright gets to the outside. Wright gets away from one tackler, still on his feet at the 31 before he's taken down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Glasgow Scotties. Russellville 7, Glasgow nothing. Russellville number 3 in Class Single A, 6-1. The Scotties 4-3. They've won 3 in a row. They're facing one of the best teams they'll see all year. Nice return by Barrett Wright, 20-yard return on the kickoff, and David Glasscock makes the stop. 5'8", 160 junior. So the Scotties moved the football well the last time, took a lot of time off the clock, moved it down to about the 27, but couldn't push it any further. Michael Moore, double slot as a handoff comes to Todd Gentry. Gentry rambles up to about the 34-yard line as he slips away from one tackler, but not the second. He punches it up the middle. Pickup of about 3, 2nd and 7 for the Scotties. Is that Marcus Thomas again?
That's exactly right, Marcus Thomas.
7th tackle. 1:37 left in the first half. Well, Glasgow's played a good first half, Larry. Just been beaten on one play.
They have. That's for sure. The big play has killed us, and it's done that all year long in certain football games.
Russellville capable of doing that as Glasgow comes out of the double slot. Michael Moore calling the signals as the handoff comes to Gentry. Gentry powers his way past the 35. I'm sorry, Kingery. I said Gentry, but it was Kingery. Kingery punches it past the 35 up to the 39-yard line, which sets up 3rd and 2 for the Scotties with 1:09 left in the first half. He was stopped by Sean Bailey, Bailey's 4th tackle. Glasgow wants to pick up this first down, Larry, and at least not give the football back to Russellville, though there's not much time left. You know how explosive they are. 3rd and 2 for the Scotties. They come out of the double slot as the handoff will come to Barrett Wright. Barrett's got the first down at the 45. Right at near midfield. He's taken out of bounds. Let's see, at the 48. There's 47 seconds left. And Barrett, nice pickup that time as he scampers to the outside. Big burst. Nice sprint. Ball spotted. Well, back at the 47. Thought he got it to the 48, but the official says a 47, so it's an 8-yard pickup for Barrett Wright. 8 carries, 52 yards. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. He was shoved out of bounds by Brandon Washington. Now, Larry, with 47 seconds left, see what the Scotties might do here.
And also have one timeout. I would say let's try to score. I mean, there's no reason not to.
Here's Todd Gentry, has it at midfield. Oh, Gentry slipped down. And if he hadn't, Larry, he might have had a much bigger gainer. As timeout is going to be called by Glasgow. Gentry picked up 3. The ball spotted at the Russellville 49-yard line. Well, they spotted at the 50. I thought the official marked it at the 49 of Russellville, but it's spotted at midfield. Timeout, Glasgow. That is their last timeout of the first half.
Todd had a lot of running room there. If he hadn't slipped, I think he would have got 5 or 6, 7 more yards.
We will return after this one message on WCLU Sports. 7 for the Scotties at the Panther 49-yard line. Double slot for Glasgow High as a handoff comes to Todd Gentry. Gentry escapes one tackler, takes it down to the 46-yard line with 30 seconds to go. 3rd and about 4 for the Scotties at the Panther 36. 26 seconds left in the first half. A double slot for the Scotties on 3rd and 3. Stop made that time by Marcus Thomas, his 8th. Here's a handoff to Barrett Wright. He cuts to the outside, has it at the 40. Wright at the 35. Wright down to about the 32-yard line. The clock is stopped with 12 seconds.
First down, Scotty.
At the 33, Moore's going to have to just try to throw it in the end zone right here, Larry.
Don't have time for a huddle.
No, they really don't.
Need to be at the line right now.
That run gained 12 yards. First down for the Scotties at the Panther 33. There's 10 seconds to go. Scotties have to hurry right here at the Panther 33. 6 seconds. As Michael Moore will drop back. He'll try the long pass. McCandless, it is going to be incomplete, tipped away as the first half comes to a close. He sent McCandless on the left side at the 18-yard line. Who tipped that ball? Was that Grinter, number 6?
That was number
Morrow?
6.
Yeah, Grinter tipped it, and the pass is incomplete. So Glasgow, the last 2 times, they've moved it into Russellville territory. Once they failed on 4th down, almost had a TD pass. That time, they basically ran out of time, and the first half is over. But Glasgow's played well here in the first half. Just the home run pass by Russellville nets them a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, I think you can be happy. If it hadn't been for that long touchdown pass, I know we would have been real happy with a 0-0 score at halftime. But 7-0, we're not out of it yet.
Larry, let's ask our 14-karat gold halftime trivia challenge where you could win a free meal from McDonald's. Phone number to call is 651-9149.
Well, this is about Major League Baseball, and I'm sure nobody wants to hear about baseball these days, but I'm running out of football trivia questions, so I've got a good baseball.
All right.
Okay, only 2 Major League Baseball players have won 2 triple crowns. This is in baseball history now. One was Rogers Hornsby. I want you to name the other. Only 2.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
At this time, we would like to ask any former GHS football player, cheerleader, or band member in the crowd tonight to please stand and let us recognize them. Welcome back to Scotty Field in our 1994 homecoming. Direct your attention to the field, you will see the homecoming queen candidates arriving in style. We appreciate the cooperation and time that the drivers and owners of these cars have donated to our festivities. We would also like to thank the Glasgow Quarterbackette Club, officers, and especially Martha Nelson and Beth Foss, who have been responsible for contacting the Antique Car Club and the car owners that have provided the cars for our homecoming for the past 2 years. Halftime music is being provided by the GHS Scotty Band under the direction of Mr. Keith Vincent. The honor guard for the candidates is provided by the Scotty Silks and Kilts. We would like to thank Mr. Vincent and his talented and award-winning company for their cooperation and support in helping to make each and every homecoming celebration special. We hope that you were all on hand before the game to see the floats and vehicles that the GHS students have worked on so enthusiastically this week. The winner of the Spirit Contest for 1994 was the freshman class. We would like to thank Mr. Terry Sprout, Athletic Director of GHS, for his help and cooperation with the staging of the homecoming parade. And last but certainly not least, everyone involved with homecoming 1994 would like to thank Mr. Jim Nelson, Principal Extraordinaire, for his help and support of our homecoming activities and celebrations.
And now for our candidates and the crowning of the 1994 Football Homecoming Queen. Carrying the Queen's flowers is Miss Drews Peters Royce, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Sam Royce. The crown bearer is Master Adam Duvall, son of Bobby and Ava Duvall. Freshman candidates. Miss Ann Thomas Davenport, daughter of Steve and Janice Davenport. Ann Thomas's escort is Mr. J.R. Wade, son of Mike and Elaine Wade. Miss Wendy Kidd, daughter of Gerald and Donnie Kidd. Escorting Wendy is Mr. Jamie Short, son of Donald and Terry Short. Miss Andrea Lee Maynard, daughter of T.J. Maynard. Andrea's escort tonight is Mr. Matthew Gardner, son of Gary and Sharon Gardner. Representing the sophomore class, Miss Laura Beth Meadows, daughter of Coy and Sharon Meadows. Escorting Laura Beth is Mr. Andy Furlong, son of Mike and Sue Furlong. Miss Allison Stokes, daughter of Bob and Judy Stokes. Allison's escort is Mr. Scott Belcher, son of Wayne and Connie Hensley and Johnny and Nita Belcher. Miss Lori Vance, daughter of Donnie and Beverly Vance. Mr. Brock Mars, son of Bill and Maria Mars, is escorting Lori. Candidates from the junior class are Miss Chastity Hayes, daughter of Pauline Hayes and Earl Hatchett. Chastity is being escorted by Mr. Marcus Brewer, son of Virginia Brewer and Roscoe Howard. Miss Kelly Hughes, daughter of Robert and Patty Hughes, escorted by Mr. Wes Mayhew, son of Steve and Suzanne Mayhew. Miss Natalie Kilbourne, daughter of Earl and Sue Kilbourne. Natalie's escort tonight is Benji Priori, son of Joseph and Linda Priori. Senior class of 95, Miss Amy Curd, daughter of Miss Teresa Martin Curd and Dickie Curd. Amy is escorted by Mr. Roberto Grider, son of Alton and Sandra Grider. Miss Leanne Dockstader, daughter of Harold and Karen Dockstader. Escorting Leanne tonight is Mr. John Hyde, son of Mike and Ann Hyde. And Miss Beth Johnson, daughter of David and Janya Johnson. Beth's escort is Mr. Andy Klapeek, son of Cheryl and Barry Ambach, and Mr. Bill Klapeek. Football captains Jonathan McNabb, Jeremy Poland, Jeff Kingry, and Stephen Hughes have the honor of crowning the 1994 Football Homecoming Queen. And the 1994 GHS Football Homecoming Queen is Miss Leanne Dockstader. Thank you all for your kind attention and for attention.
Yeah, we couldn't get it away from him, could we?
Here's an onside kick that is going to be taken by a Russellville player. There's a scramble for the football at the 45-yard line. Belcher kicked it. Who's got it? I guess Russellville's going to hang on to it at their 45, 1st and 10, as Belcher kicked it away from Morris and Stovall, and he kicked it to an up man.
Marcus Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas almost lost it, didn't he?
He sure did. It came off his hands, and somebody had a shot at it. I don't know who it was, but we couldn't come up with it, and Thomas pulled it right back under him.
Larry, what about the second half here? Russellville will have the football first. They've got good field position. The Scotty defense has to rise to the occasion. Here come the Panthers as they set out of the wishbone attack. Glasgow 7-man front defensively. Morrow calling the signals. 7-0, Russellville leading Glasgow. It's Morrow, quick pitch, cutting to the outside. It's Morris. Morris has good running room past midfield down to about the 46-yard line of Glasgow. He'll be about a half a yard short of the first down. This has been a penalty-free football game so far. There haven't been any major infractions called so far in this game. Stephen Hughes with the stop, a 6'3", 194 senior. Let's see if we've got any changes for either team as we begin the second half of play. I don't see any. Just a quick scan of the Scotty defense, Larry. And if you look at the backfield for Russellville, they've not got any changes at this point. First, actually second at about a yard at the 46. Morrow calling the signals. They're out of the wishbone set. The ends are tied. Glasgow 6-man front. Quick toss sweep comes to Mars. Cuts to the outside. Mars is up. It a nice tackle. I don't believe he got anything on that as he shoved out of bounds on the toss sweep to the right at about the 46.5-yard line. 47. He may have lost about a half a yard.
Freddie.
Good outside containment by Freddie McCandless that time.
That's right. Freddie McCandless and Nick Manners both out there that time. The first time it was the same play, the first play, and they had everybody out in front and rolled right over Glasgow. That time we penetrated the defense and got in and snuck in and got the tackle.
They did have Sean Sean Bailey in at the right halfback position, but now Stovall returns to the lineup. 3rd and 2 for the Panthers at the Scotty 47-yard line as Morrow. Handoff up the middle. Morris, he got it on second effort as he inches past the 45. And the Panthers have the first down at the 44.5-yard line. He had to struggle for it, but he did get it as he ripped it up the middle. Jeremy Poland brought him down. 1st and 10 for the Panthers after a 3-yard burst by Morris at the Scotty 44-yard line. 10:17 left in the third quarter. Russellville 7, Glasgow nothing.
And this is not the way that we wanted to start the second half by them penetrating into our territory and getting first downs. We need to stop them here on this series.
Bailey is back in. Looks like that he and Stovall running plays in as a quick pitch comes to Bailey. Cuts to the outside, has it at the 40. Bailey at the 35. Bailey at the 30. Bailey at the 25. Bailey at the 20. Bailey finally ridden down at about the 15-yard line. But a quick hitter by Sean Bailey on the toss sweep. 5'10", 150 sophomore. That's the speed that Russellville has. And Bailey takes it down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers after about a 27 or 28-yard gain from Sean Bailey, number 20. And he accelerated, Larry, and when he got to about the 35, he just turned it up a notch. And timeout is going to be called by Glasgow because they know if Russellville scores here, it's going to be an uphill battle for the Glasgow Scotties. 9:47 left in the third quarter. It's Russellville 7, Glasgow nothing. Back after this message on WCLU Sports. Monroe scored quick early in that game a couple of times, and they've been shut down since then. 1st and 10 as Morrow on the quick pitch. Morris tries to rip it down to about the 14-yard line. Kind of got tangled up there on the left side and picked up maybe a couple of yards. Like I said, it was Morris, but it was Bailey who carried the pigskin that time. He picked up 2, 2nd and 8 as Jeff Kingery makes the stop. Jeff, his 3rd tackle of the game.
That was the same play. They ran the same play 3 times in a row.
Did they run an unbalanced line to the left that time?
They ran an unbalanced line to the left, and the second time they ran it when he got a lot of yardage. That was the best play.
Right now, their unbalanced line, I believe, is to the right as they run out of that wishbone set. The ends are tied. Glasgow 5-man front. Here comes the toss swift to Morris. Gets to the outside, has it at the 15. Morris rips it past the 10. Morris, did he fumble the football? At the 5-yard line? Well, they mark it.
No, he didn't.
He hung on to it, and he's down at about the 6, and I believe he's got, if he doesn't have the first down, he's very close. The ball is spotted just shy of the 5-yard line.
If he fumbled it, he got back on it real quick.
Let's see what the referee is going to signal right here. Is he going to ask for an official's timeout? He is, as he's close to the first down. And Larry, Russellville's just taking the ball, and they've just shoved it down the Scotty's throat here.
Whichever side they put the tight end on, and they've got their halfbacks to that side also, and they're just pitching it and going power right. It's just like the old Green Bay Packers, student body right, student body left. That's all they're doing right now.
First down for the Panthers. 1st and goal at the Scotty 5.5-yard line. Beautiful drive by Russellville. It began at their 45. The quick hitter by Bailey, the big gainer in this drive of 28 yards. 1st and goal as the Scotties right now in a big defensive series.
In a heap of trouble right now on the 6-yard line, and the way they've moved the football down the field, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to stop them.
They're out of that wishbone set. Unbalanced line to the right. Scotties nearly 8 men at the line of scrimmage. As a handoff up the middle. It was the fullback blasting Grinter, but he got very little. In fact, Larry, he got nothing. He was dropped back at about the 6-yard line. Loss of a half a yard. 2nd and goal at the 6. I got a feeling they're going to run wide to the left here, maybe with Morris or maybe Stovall.
They went unbalanced line to the left that time and then handed back to the man that was on the offside, and he tried to go back to the right, but he didn't fool Freddie McCandless, who was there for the tackle.
2nd and goal at the 6. Backfield is in the wishbone. The ends are tied. Unbalanced line to the left. As a quick toss comes to Morris. Cuts to the outside. It wasn't Morrisville, it was Bailey. Bailey got very little as he slipped to the left and got it to about the 5, but that was it. Good swarming defense by Glasgow. He just tried to flip it to the left that time, but he didn't get much. He got maybe a half a yard. It's at the 5. 3rd and goal for the Panthers at the Scotty 5-yard line. Stop made by Mike Bragg.
You got to watch now for the play action. You got to watch the fake into the line and then pulling it back and throwing it to O.T. Todd here.
The ends are tied, and Todd
split on the right.
That's right. Scotty's 7-man front as Morrow calling the signals. It's the wishbone set. And a flag is dropped, and let's see what the call indicates.
Looked like number 1, Jeff Kingery, penetrated the plane of the ball.
Offsides against Russellville.
I'm sorry.
Now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 10, and almost a must-pass situation here.
I'm glad I was wrong. I saw Jeff Kingery moving in the slot there. Looked like he was coming and looked like he was going to be offsides, but it was Russellville's man that was lined up in the neutral zone.
I don't know who it was.
I don't either.
Second penalty, 10 yards for the Panthers.
We have a bad angle from here, but it looks like the same play. They got the same setup.
See if they'll go to the air, but they've got an unbalanced line to the left here. It's Morrow calling the signals. Morrow drops back. Morrow's being rushed. He's going to be sacked back at the 21-yard line. No, did he get away? No, he's ruled down at the 21, Larry. Is that a quick whistle?
Yes, that was a real quick whistle.
At the 21, it's going to be 3rd and goal. Now, Schlegel's got an outstanding leg, and he's going to come in to attempt a field goal here, and that would give Russellville a 2-possession lead. He will have to angle it from the left, and he'll set it up at the 20. Looks like about the 28-yard line. I'm going to call that a 38-yard field goal, Cave Wood, and he's got the leg to do it. I've seen him warm it up. He could easily boot a 45-yarder. The hold will be from Randall Morrow. I don't think they'd fake anything here on 4th and goal. They won't. Here's a kick. Oh, that's low. But it does cross over the bar. Good. Boy, he just barely got it over. But it's good. 38-yard field goal.
It was a line drive. If it had been a half a foot lower, it would have hit the crossbar.
And Russellville leads Glasgow by a score of 10-0 with 6:34 left in the 3rd quarter. But give the Scotty defense credit for making a stand. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports. Glasgow's defense did keep them out of the end zone that time. Schlegel kicks from the 40, Barrett right deep at the 5-yard line. 6:34 left in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow will get the football for the first time of the 2nd half. Schlegel's kick angles, and Barrett Wright takes it at the 10, has it at the 15, right at the 20, right at the 25. Wright breaks a hole at the 30, right at the 35. Right at the 35, taken down at that point. Nice return by Barrett Wright. Found a hole up the middle and returned it for about 25 yards. Yeah, 25-yard return from Barrett Wright. He's had some good kickoff returns tonight. Brandon Washington's 4th tackle. Well, Larry Glasgow obviously in a situation where they're going to have to put the points on the board, trailing 10-0 with 6:21 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yes, they are. This is the time to put one in the end zone and make this thing a ball game again.
Wright, Kingery, and Gentry in the double slot. McCandless wide out on the right side. Russellville has a 6-man front. As a handoff comes to Kingery, Kingery punches his way past the 35 to the 37-yard line off right tackle, but that's about it. As the yardage has been tough up the middle for the Glasgow Scotties. Now, Kingery's had some nice carries up the middle. At that time, he got only 2, 2nd and 7. Kingery 10 carries, 36 yards for Glasgow High. O.T. Todd's 4th tackle. So the Scotties faced with 2nd and 8 at the 37.
Well, Russellville took 5 minutes and 22 seconds off the clock and got a field goal out of that attempt. Now, we can't afford to take a lot of time off the clock and not get anything out of it.
Gentry falls down at the 37-yard line as he tried to make his cut, but he slipped on the wet field, and now Glasgow is faced with 3rd and long.
Yeah, Marcus Thomas on that stop again.
So now the Glasgow Scotties faced with a critical 3rd down situation here. 3rd and long at the 37. Trailing 10-0 with 5:12 left in the 3rd quarter. Scotties have yet to connect on a pass. Boy, it would be big if they could right here.
Yeah, this is a very critical series of downs. We need to keep this thing rolling here.
Out of the double slot. Here come the Scotties. Michael Moore calling the signals. On the reverse handoff, here's Barrett Wright. Cuts outside at the 40, right at the 45. Right at midfield. Right 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. Give him 6. Touchdown, Glasgow. No flags on the field.
Boy, there was a great block back here by Freddie McCandless on number 42 that sprung Barrett Wright and got him to the corner. And it was just a great block. He came from a blind side and hit number 42 and laid him out.
And Wright and Brandon Washington were in a foot race, and I thought Washington might catch him at about the 5, but he didn't. Officially, a run of 64 yards for Barrett Wright. And the Scotties back at it, trailing 10-6 with 4:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Belcher in to attempt the extra point. The kick by Belcher. It's good. And Glasgow back in this football game on a 64-yard run by Barrett Wright. 4:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Russellville 10, Glasgow 7. Back after this message on WCLU Sports.
All cable TV service
is going to angle that kick right here. Here's a kick from Pelter. That ball is going to be caught. And let's see, cutting to the outside and wrapped up at about the 44-yard line is going to be an up man, and that's going to be Londell Stovall. He was taken down. Looked like Nick Manners might have gotten him there, Larry.
That's right.
But good field position for Russellville. 1st and 10. Monroe 20, Allen County 16.
4 minutes.
Monroe 20, Allen County 16. Did you say 4 minutes left in that game?
4 minutes to go in the ball game.
That game's in Scottsville. Return that time. 7 yards. So the Panthers start at the 44. 1st and 10, Larry.
Mr. Tooley again scored another long touchdown.
Unbalanced line to the left for Russellville. Wishbone set as Morrow. Quick pitch comes to the outside. Trying to cut and falling down at the 41 is Stovall. He just lost his footing on this wet field, and the Scotties get a break there as Stovall loses almost 4 yards. Well, he lost about 4, 2nd and 14. The ball just beyond the 40-yard line. As he tried to cut left.
He fell down on his own. I don't think he credited anybody with a tackle, do you?
Russellville just, they don't do a lot of fancy things, Larry.
No,
but they're quick and they hit hard.
They just line up and try to get outside of you, and when they do, they've got the speed to kill you. And it's happened one time tonight on a long pass play.
We have an official's timeout. 3:58 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 14 for the Panthers. Out of the wishbone set, Scotty's 5-man front. Morrow calling the signals. The ends are tight, unbalanced line to the right. As Morrow drops back. Morrow's pass is complete. And a great grab by Todd over the middle, and he's got it at the 45-yard line of Glasgow. Morrow was hit as he threw that football, but hit Big Todd over the middle. Had a big first down for Russellville. Nice pass. That carries about 15 yards. Michael Moore with the stop. That was a nice pass over the middle to Big Todd.
I think that was Barrett Wright. It was right in the quarterback's face just as he threw the football, and O.T. Todd had to go down around his knees to catch it, but he made a good catch.
15-yard pass completion, 1st and 10. That's a big play for Russellville. 3:30 left in the 3rd quarter. As somebody jumped off sides that time on the right side of the offensive line.
I think we all saw it before the officials did. The whole right side of the offensive line for Russellville started a little bit too early.
1st and 15. Well, Russellville on 2nd and long, Larry, hits a little pass over the middle. Now the Scotty defense must rise to the occasion. Russellville 1st and 15, just shy of midfield. Russellville
has shot itself in the foot a couple of times on penalties on crucial downs. Most of the time it's been on 3rd down. That time it was on 1st down.
3rd penalty, 15 yards for the Panthers. Here they come. The ends are tight. You've got an unbalanced line to the right. The wishbone attack. Glasgow, 7 men at the line of scrimmage as Morrow drops back. Morrow, handoff. Here's Morris on the quick opener. Has it at the 45. Morris at the 40. Michael Moore slides him out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. But Morris, Stacy Morris, quick hitter. And Russellville's got another 1st down.
Yeah, that was just the rush came by him, and he cut right inside of the outside rush there. And when he did, there wasn't anybody there but Michael Moore. And Michael made a good play just to catch him.
Morris, a burst of 18 yards. He's carried it 10 times for 57 yards. That is his 6th 1st down. And Russellville on this drive, Larry, with a big pass play so far, and then Morris on 1st and 15 scampers to the outside, and they've got it 1st and 10 at the Scotty 32.
Yeah, I think Nick Manners and Freddie McCandless both got caught on the inside there that time.
Here come the Panthers out of the wishbone set. Toss sweep coming to the outside. Stovall cuts past the 25. Stovall is taken out of bounds at about the 24-yard line on the left side. Now they're beginning to run it with a lot of effectiveness here against the Scotties. And really, they've run the ball well in the 2nd half. They had to settle for a field goal after they had it 1st and goal at the 5 a few minutes ago. And right now, they're moving the football again, and I believe he's got another 1st down at the Scotty 22-yard line. 1st and 10 as Brandon Chambers makes his 1st tackle. But the Scotty defense, Larry, they stopped Russellville the last time and forced them to take a field goal. Let's see what happens right here. Backfield in the wishbone set. The ends are tied for the Panthers. Scotties, 7 men up front as a handoff. Cutting to the outside, Stovall racing his way past the 10. Down to about the 8-yard line, just slipping and sliding on that far sideline, and no one from Glasgow can get a hold of him. And he escapes a couple of would-be tacklers, and following that unbalanced line, strong to the left. And he's got another 1st down, and the ball is spotted at about the 10-yard line, just shy. Yes, it is at the 10, so it's 1st and goal at the 10 for Stovall that time. A gain of 12 yards. He's carried it 8 times for 44 yards. Jeremy Poland's 3rd stop. So here comes another big defensive series for the Scotties.
Jeremy had to come from the left side of that defensive line to run him down there on that right sideline.
2:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Russellville 10, Glasgow 7. As Morrow Handoff. Ramming it up the middle. And moving it down all the way to about the 2-yard line. Great second effort that time. And I think it was it the fullback that carried it, Printer?
Hard to tell from here. I couldn't tell who got the tackle either. There were so many people around.
Printer carried it into a crowd, but he looked like he carried about 2 tacklers, about 3 or 4 yards that time, and he carries it down to about the 3-yard line. Gain of about 7, 2nd and goal at the 3. Well, Russellville's just come right back, Larry, after the Scotties cut it to 3. They come out of that wishbone set. Morrow calling the signals. Handoff Morris, he's got the touchdown. He rips it past the goal line, and Russellville leads 16-7 over Glasgow. So they have scored both times they've had the football here in the second half. And they lead the Scotties 16-7 with 1:27 left in the third quarter. And once again, Glasgow will be facing a must-score situation right here. Sligo will be in to attempt the extra point of Morris on a 3-yard burst. 16-7. Russellville with the lead on Glasgow. Sligo will try to boot the extra point. The hold will be by Morrow. Sligo, high snap. Here's a kick by Sligo. It's good. 17-7, Russellville leading Glasgow with 1:27 left in the third period. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports.
We're here with Dave.
5-yard line as Glasgow trailing 17-7. Here's Sligo's kick. End over end. Booth at the Barrett Wright will take it about the 13-yard line. Has it at the 20. Right. The reverse comes to Todd Gentry. Gentry escapes one tackler. Moves it up to about the 28-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Little handoff. Little trickery by the Scotties, but Russellville, with their quickness, prevented Glasgow from a big gainer on the return.
Yeah, I think Barrett would have been better off keeping the football himself. I think he had more room.
14-yard return as Barry Elliott makes the stop. So, Larry, the Scotties again need to score and need to score in a hurry, trailing 17-7. Not out of this game by any means, but they've got to put some points on the board.
A little different from the first half. Nobody scored didn't score for one touchdown, and then everybody scored on each possession here in the second half.
Scotties in the double slot against a 7-man front as the handoff will come to Gentry. Gentry tries to find a hole, but instead he finds a white jersey at the 28-yard line and is immediately stopped for no gain. David Gilbert, his second tackle.
David Gilbert on the
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Russellville 17, Glasgow 7. Homecoming here at Glasgow High.
Another crucial series for the Scotties right now after they have scored. Russellville scored a touchdown and gone up again by 10. We have to put something on the board on this possession.
Out of the double slot, here come the Scotties. McCandless is a wide out on the left side. Panthers have a 6-man front as Michael Moore hands it off to Barrett Wright. Barrett cuts outside, runs into a crowd at the 31-yard line where he's taken down, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Scotties. As this third quarter will come to an end before Glasgow can get another offensive play underway, there's 10 seconds to go. Gain of about 3 by Barrett Wright. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Scotties at the 32-yard line. The third quarter is now history, and Russellville has a 17-7 lead over Glasgow High. Russellville 6-1 on the year, Glasgow 4-3. We'll return in 1 minute with the fourth quarter on WCLU Sports. We'll have certainly one of the edges in this district.
Yeah, they sure will. I didn't, starting out the season, you thought Monroe County wouldn't be that strong with the exception of Lorenzo Tooley, but they've come along very well.
Here come the Scotties, 3rd and 6 at the 32 as Michael Moore will drop back. Here's a little pass. It's caught by, looked like, did Kingery catch that or was that Gargeron? I think Ritchie caught it.
Ritchie
took it up to about the 35-yard line, but that was it as he was immediately smothered. And now the Scotties faced with 4th at about 3, and they're going to punt the football. 4th and 3 at the 35-yard line with 11:40 left in this game. That stop was made by Marcus Thomas. That's his 10th tackle. What do you think about this Russellville team, Kay Wood?
Well, they're a good, strong Class A football team. There's no doubt about it. You can compare them better than I can to Harrodsburg because I didn't see Harrodsburg.
I think they're just as strong as Harrodsburg myself. Here's a kick by Swords. High, wobbly kick. It will take a Scotty roll. It was almost touched, and it was picked up. There's a fumble. Does Glasgow have it at the 38? No, Russellville hangs on to it. Ooh, boy, almost a big break for the Scotties right there. I don't know why Russellville even tried to touch a football. Looked like Morris tried to pick it up and lost it momentarily, but the Panthers fall on it at the 39, 1st and 10. Now the Scotties are going to have to stop Russellville right here as the Panthers lead 17-7 with 11:13 left in this game. That punt, nice one. 27-yard punt. Got a pretty good roll on it, though. No return. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 39. Out of that wishbone set, Glasgow with 6 men at the line of scrimmage. Here's a handoff to Morris. Morris finds a hole, moves it past the 40 up to about the 45-yard line. Those quick openers usually made about 5 or 6 yards for the Panthers. That time it's about a 6-yard pickup as the ball is spotted at the 45. Stop made by Jeremy Poland. Well, Larry, the clock becoming a factor. Glasgow trailing by 2 possessions here. 17-7 with 10:35 left. They're going to have to stop Russellville.
Definitely must stop them on this series. There's no doubt about it. You can't give them over 1 first down, and we have to get the football back and get some points.
Out of the wishbone set, Morrow running the ball club against the 7-man front. Here's a handoff as Morris close to the first down. He may be a half a yard short as he moves it up to the 48-yard line off right tackle. He'll be about a half a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard for the Panthers at the 48-yard line. That time he was taken down by Mike Bragg. That is Mike's 3rd tackle.
Well, like you say, Russellville does nothing fancy. They just line up and pitch it to the fast little running backs and let them either go right or left.
I still think maybe one of the biggest plays in this game was Morrow's 15-yard pass completion to Todd when Morrow was almost sacked on 2nd and 14. Here they come out of the wishbone set. Handoff, Morris. He's got the first down past the 50. Morris shoved out of bounds at the Scotty 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers with 9:40 left. I thought he was taken out of bounds, but the clock continues to roll here, and apparently he wasn't. I thought he was, but I never saw the official stop the clock.
Well, I don't think anybody else did either. And it's a first down, and they didn't even stop it for the, yeah, they have now for the first down. But
let's see if he went out of bounds. If he did go out of bounds because the official didn't wind the clock again. But I never saw an official signal an out of bounds or a timeout. As it is, Russellville with the first down at the Scotty 47. They're out of that wishbone set. They see the 6-man front. As Morrow on the delayed handoff, cutting to the outside, and this man's going to be pinned down for a loss back at his own 49-yard line. That is Stovall. Good containment that time. They strung him out, and he tried to turn the quarter, but Brandon Chambers said nope. A loss of about 4, 2nd and 14. Now this is a situation, Larry, where Glasgow's got to stop Russellville with just over 9 minutes left in the game. 2nd and 14 for the Panthers.
That's a final over in Allen County now. Monroe 20, Allen County 16.
So if Monroe beats Russell County and Glasgow, they'll win the district. It's that simple.
I think that's very disappointing for Allen County on their home field.
Senior team, too.
Yeah, they thought they had the better team, I'm sure.
A balanced line to the right for the Panthers as Morrow. Quick pitch comes to Mars. Mars tries to cut outside. He's been strung, has it at midfield. Mars at the 45-yard line. He's taken out of bounds at that point with 8:32 left. And he gets it back to about the 35-yard line. Oh, they wind the clock. He was not, I'm sorry, the 45-yard line. He was not shoved out of bounds. I thought he was, but he wasn't. He was taken out of bounds taken down by Kinger before he got out of bounds. He did pick up 6. 16 carries, 87 yards. 3rd and 8 for the Panthers at the Scotty 44-yard line. With 8:11 left, and Larry, the Scotties right now have to stop Russellville right here.
They sure do. This is a must 3rd down situation for the Scotties. If we're going to have a chance to win the football game, we have to stop them here.
8 minutes to go. Russellville 17, Glasgow 7. They're out of that wishbone set. The Scotties have 6 men at the line of scrimmage. Randall Morrow will call the signals. It's Morrow will drop back. Morrow, little pass over the middle. Is it caught? No, it's incomplete. It was out of bounds at the 41-yard line, intended on the far sideline for Stovall.
That's a big break for the Scotties.
Stops the clock.
Putting the football in the air and stopping the clock.
4th and 8 at the 44 for the Russellville Panthers. Schlegel, I'm sure, will punt the football right here.
I think if I'd been calling the plays, I'd gone student body left or right twice.
They've had a lot of success with it.
Probably got a first down.
They just put together a big drive after the Scotties had cut it from a 10-0 deficit to 10-7. They scored. That was a big drive. High snap, but Schlegel brings it down. Here's a kick. Oh, he kicked it off the right side of his foot, and that ball's going to go out of bounds, and the Scotties will get better field position than they could have. Scotties wishing that snap had been about 10 feet higher. They would have had a big break there. As it is, it goes out of bounds, and the Scotties will have it 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line with 7:39 left. So Glasgow, Larry, must score in a hurry and then try to get the ball back. That's a simple game plan.
Very simple, and I wouldn't be
simply
surprised.
said, not so simply done.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them start throwing right off the start here. Commit to throwing on first down and do it all, every one of them.
Here come the Scotties. The double slot with Wright, Kingery, and Gentry. McCandless is a wide out on the left side. Russellville, 6-man front. As on the quarterback keeper, Michael Moore's pass is incomplete. I thought he was going to keep it, but instead he did drop back.
Michael Moore's pass.
Gary Pierce was open, but Michael threw it behind him. And I mean, Gary was wide open at about the 37-yard line, and he would have had some room if Michael had been able to get it to him, but the pass is incomplete. Michael did feel a little bit of a rush there, Larry.
Yeah,
stepped up in the pocket and threw the football, but it was incomplete.
It was a pretty good fake. I thought he'd handed it to Barrett Wright coming around the right side, but he didn't. He came back, and he did get some pressure, and I guess that's why the pass wasn't complete, because Gary Pierce was wide open out in the right flat, left flat.
At the 27, 2nd and 10 for the Scotties. Face at a 5-man front as the handoff comes to Barrett Wright. Scampers for running room, moves it past the 30 up to about the 33, 34-yard line. The Scotties have it with 7:23 left in this football game. Panthers 17, Scotties 7. Matt Gum will have lots of scores for you during the post-game report and the 14-karat gold Subway scoreboard reports right here. Gain of about 8, 3rd and 2 for the Scotties. Londo Stovall with the stop. Big third down play right here with 7:05 left. Here comes Gentry, Kingery, and Barrett Wright in the double slot. Wright is at a motion to the left side as a quick pitch comes to Kingery. Kingery is stopped. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage, but that was it. He lost a half a yard, and it's going to be 4th and 3 for the Scotties. And really, they don't have any choice, in my opinion. They really have to go for it right here, Larry, as Brandon Chambers will bring the play in on 4th and 3.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference whether you get beat 17-7 or you get beat 24-7, because you just about have to go to 40 if you're going to have a chance to get back in the game.
Here come the Scotties trying to keep this drive alive and try to keep the game alive. That's what it boils down to right here. McCandless wide out on the right side, double slot for Glasgow. Russellville 6-man front. As Michael Moore will call the signals. Here's a handoff to Barrett Wright. Cuts inside. Wright, I believe he's got the first down at the 39-yard line on a big run from Barrett Wright with 6:12 left in this football game. He's got the first down. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the 39 as Barrett Wright picks up 5 yards. He's carried it 13 times for 145 yards. But now, Larry, Glasgow's going to have to go to the air because there's only 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in this game.
Very definitely so. When we're on the 40-yard line or the 39-yard line, you've got plenty of room to work with.
Joe Morris is 3rd stop. Here come the Scotties at the 39 with 6 minutes to go in the game. Michael Moore calling the signals as Moore drops back. It's a good block. Here's a long pass. It is intended for Barrett Wright, but thrown far away from him at the 40-yard line. The pass is incomplete.
I think Barrett went inside. He went to the post pattern, and he threw it out to the flag. I think that's what happened. Michael Moore threw it to the outside, and Barrett turned it inside.
2nd and 10. Larry, pass plays really big in this game. Russellville hits a big pass from Morrow to Morris in the first half. And O.T. Todd catches a big pass on 2nd and long. And the Scotties almost score on a great call to play, but the pass a little bit high for Richie to pull it down. So pass plays big in this game.
They sure are. Ours just barely out of reach, and theirs right on the money.
Here's a double reverse to Barrett Wright. Gets a good block. Has it at the 45. Right at midfield. Wright's got the first down at the Panther 48-yard line with 5:46 left in this football game. It's got to be 1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Panther 39 on the reverse sweep. 12-yard pickup from Barrett Wright. Stop made by Brandon Washington, his 5th. At Glasgow, Larry, they don't have a lot of time to waste right here with 5:46 left in this football game. Another first down for the Scotties. We've got an official's timeout, and really that's a bit of a break for the Scotties. Looks like an injured player for
65.
Russellville. Courtney Coker comes out. Jeff Kean comes in. You lose experience and you lose 55 pounds.
Run over that man right now.
Scotties out of the double slot. Russellville 6-man front on 1st and 10 at the 49 for Glasgow. Here's a handoff to Todd Gentry. Nothing. He stopped at midfield. 2nd and 11 for Glasgow with 5:30 left in this football game.
Well, that was Londo Stovall, and he was right there. He didn't take the fake to the other side at all, and met Todd Gentry right at the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, I guess he lost a yard, didn't he?
Yardage is, you're right, 2nd and 11. Yardage has really been tough up the middle. Glasgow's had some success on the outside, particularly for Barrett right, but Russellville tough up the middle. 5:09 left in this game. Scotty's trailing 17-7. Double slot right here. McCandless is a wide out on the left side. On second at 11 is Michael Moore. On the handoff to Barrett right, cuts outside, has it at the 45. Right down to the Panther 43-yard line with 4:55 left in this game. Russellville 17, Glasgow 7. Stop made by, was it Carl Grinter?
Grinter, that's right.
His second tackle. Barrett, 6-yard pickup.
Well, Barrett has had no problem moving the football.
No, he hasn't.
He's carried the football well tonight.
Scored once.
The trouble is, it just takes a lot of time, 5 and 6 yards at a time.
4:35 left in this game. Scotty's in the double slot on 3rd and 5 from the Panther 43. Michael Moore, handoff, Barrett right. Right cuts outside, has it at the 40. Right knocked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, and he'll have a first down, and more importantly, he gets out of bounds. Well, Larry, if Glasgow scores, if they're able to score, I don't think they're going to have any choice but to produce an onside kick. It's at the 38. Nice carry by Barrett Wright, 6-yard burst, 16 carries, 169 yards. Sean Bailey's 5th tackle. Because we've not gotten to the point that they've scored yet, Larry, but if they do, they're going to have to go with an onside kick, I think.
No doubt about it. And Barrett Wright is a tired young man right now.
He's really played well. The Scotties have played well here. Russellville's just an outstanding team. Here's a double reverse off. Gentry lost it, and Russellville's got it at the 39. And that will probably do it for the Glasgow Scotties unless they can get a turnover. That's the first turnover of this game.
O.T. Todd got that fumble recovered.
4:16 left. I tried to get it back, but it was out of position. And Russellville recovers the football. Tough, Larry. Glasgow's really played its heart out. They played their hearts out tonight. But unless they can get a turnover here and score quickly, Russellville will just take time off the clock.
Yeah, that was the reverse, and that's things like that happen when you do get tired, and Barrett was tired. He handed the football to him. He's supposed to give it back to Todd Gentry coming back in the reverse, and never did get the football in his hands.
Wide comes out, Tullian, Brandon Tullian for the Glasgow Scotties. Here come the Panthers. They're looking to go to 7-1. If Glasgow loses, they'll be 4-4 on the year. They're out of the wishbone set. Hand off Morris. Cuts outside, has it at the 45. Morris at midfield. Morris at the 45-40, 35-30. Morris is finally taken down by, I think, Freddie McCandless at the Scotty 20-yard line.
Well, that's been happening all night long. Freddie McCandless and Nick Manners on that far side got sucked inside, and he cut the play outside. And when that happens, nobody's there except Michael Moore and Richie Gosrone, and both of them have a hard time catching anybody.
Morris turns on the afterburners for a 40-yard pickup. Stacy Morris, 17 carries, 127 yards. 1st and 10 for the Scotties.
Michael Moore's limping off the field, and Dustin Clark taking his place.
Dustin for the Glasgow Scotties, a 5'11", 180-pound sophomore. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Scotty 20. Morrow calling the signals. Here's a handoff. Is running for big yardage past the 15 down to about the 10-yard line. Is Sean Bailey, the right halfback, bursted up the middle. 3:10 left in this game. Is Russellville trying to tack on its 3rd touchdown of the night. Richie Gosrone's 4th tackle. Again, the big series, Larry, after Glasgow had cut it to 10-7. The Panthers able to score with the big pass, and then Bailey scampered 28 yards for a score. And Glasgow down at that point 17-7. They moved the football a little bit, but Russellville held them, and now they've got it 2nd and less than a yard at the 11. There's a handoff as Bailey's got the first down as he pushes it inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line with 2:40 left in this game. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Panthers. Well, they've got a great team. They're one of the best teams Glasgow has played so far this year, and probably will be one of the best teams they play. They've got outstanding speed. We've got a flag on the play right here. Face mask penalty against the Scotties. That is the first major infraction of this game. Of course, it's not going to be a long penalty. It's just half the distance to the goal. But other than an offsides or an illegal procedure call, that is the first penalty, excuse me, the first penalty via a major infraction. But it's going to be 1st and goal for the Panthers at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it's been a well-played football game, no doubt about that. And Russellville, I think, lives up to their number 3 Class A ranking. I know Beechwood is an awful good football team, and Harrodsburg is too, but Russellville's not too far behind.
I think Russellville's better than Harrodsburg myself. 1st and goal at the 5.
Beechwood is maybe out of their class, though.
You got a feeling Russellville's got a shot, Larry, of being in Louisville in early December.
Yes, I think
Morrow
so.
On the handoff and scampering home for the score is a big fullback, blasted up the middle. is going to be Grinter for the touchdown. 5-yard burst by Carl Grinter. And the Scotties trail 23-7. We've got a flag in the end zone, and there might have been a little celebrating that time by Russellville.
How many yards was that?
That was a 5-yard burst. Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers.
I think he celebrated a little bit too much unsportsmanlike conduct after he scored the touchdown.
23-7. Well, Larry, I may be wrong, but I don't feel like it's going to be a 17-point victory for Russellville as far as the way Glasgow's played tonight.
Well, it doesn't seem that way, but that's what the scoreboard's going to show. So it's
the touchdown.
One thing about it, the Glasgow Scotties don't back down from anybody, do they? They play a very tough football schedule.
Yes, they do. They play an excellent football. Well, he's going to mark it off on the extra point.
Yeah, but Schlegel can hit this. He had a 37-yard field goal. This is going to be an extra point.
I thought we did.
That will be about 35 yards. Well, I don't know. Thought you had maybe had the option there. And to wait and see. Schlegel try a 35-yard extra point. Here's a kick from Schlegel. Oh, it's beautiful.
That's
perfect. That kid may have a chance to be a major college kicker.
That didn't hurt him any.
No, it didn't. He could have been penalized 15 more yards. I don't know about 15, but I think probably about 10. The extra point is good, long distance style. 2:14 left in this football game. Russellville 24, Glasgow 7. Back after this message on WCLU Sports. The changing top that high-powered Franklin offense.
Yeah, it looks like it, and Franklin hadn't stopped Bowling Green yet.
Schlegel set to kick for the Panthers. Here's a boot. It's a low kick. Oh, it hit a Scotty player. Glasgow's going to have to fall on that football, and I believe they do at the 33-yard line. Hit it up back. It might have hit Michael Bragg in the back, and let's see. I think Todd Gentry fell on it at the 33. Next week, Larry, Glasgow and Allen County Scottsville, and as Matt said, Allen County losing tonight in a close one to Monroe County. So that's right now Allen County knows that.
Was that 20-16 or 19-16?
I think Matt said 19-16. But that's going to be a big game next week. The Scotties would like to remain undefeated, and Allen County, of course, if they suffer their second loss, that means they would finish in 3rd place.
That's exactly right. Glasgow has the chance now, playing Allen County Monroe the next 2 weeks, to do some damage.
Barrett Wright cuts to the outside, has it at the 40. Wright upended at the 45-yard line. He's got a first down for the Glasgow Scotties. With a minute 50 left.
Well, they haven't stopped Barrett Wright.
No, they haven't.
Tonight, I'll tell you that.
That time he was slowed by Sean Bailey. Sean 6 stop. Barrett Wright, 17 carries, 180 yards, got 11 yards that time.
I've said it all along that Barrett Wright's one of the hardest runners that we've ever had, and then one of the strongest, and he's shown it here tonight.
Russellville 4-man front defensively as the handoff comes to Todd Gentry, cuts outside, has it at midfield. Gentry down to about the 46-yard line of Russellville. He'll be about a half a yard short of the first down. Looks like Will Whiteside is coming into is in the lineup for the Glasgow Scotties. Whiteside, in fact, he's been running the ball club. This is his third down as a quarterback. Is more limping a little bit.
Yeah, Michael I think he had a cramp in his leg, and it's not out yet.
Mr. Whiteside, 2nd and 1, handoff. Barrett Wright has it at the 45. Wright has the first down at the Panther 41-yard line with a minute 8 left in this football game. And Barrett Wright is going to be nearing 200 yards here. At time he picked up 6. He's carried it 18 times for 186 yards. Another first down. He was stopped by Marcus Thomas.
No, I'm waiting for the man on the ground to make the stop, and he's not up yet. That's number 20.
Is that Bailey? Bailey's limping off the field.
He took the brunt of Barrett Wright's run that time, and he made the tackle, but he's limping off.
1st and 10 for the Scotties at the Panther 41. Double slot for Glasgow High. Homecoming tonight. Glasgow will lose this football game, but they really played hard, and Russellville's just got a great ball club. Whiteside gives it to Gentry. Todd's got about 7 yards as he scampers past the 35 down to about the 33-yard line, with 53 seconds left. Scotties would like to put one on the board here, but times are running with 48 seconds left. Gentry, pickup of 8. He's carried it 13 times for 44 yards. Here come the Scotties, 2nd and 2, as Thomas got it that time, his 12th stop. Will Whiteside with 35 seconds. Hand off Barrett Wright. Barrett looks for the first down, carries it to the 31-yard line. I think he's got the first down. Clock rolls with 25 seconds. They stop the clock. It's still rolling though, and not need to stop the clock here. The clock continues to roll. 14 seconds. Timeout called here. 13 seconds, and the clock rolled about 10 more seconds than it should have, Larry.
Yes, it did.
You got timeout on the field here, and I think the official's going to put some time back on the clock.
Yeah, but they told him to go right ahead.
1st and 10 for the Scotties at the 31 of Russellville. Barrett Wright got that first down, picked up 2 yards. Will Whiteside at the 31 with the football. There's a double reverse to Barrett Wright. Has it at the 25. Wright carries it down to the 24-yard line. Timeout called by the Scotties with 8 seconds left. They'd love to get 6 on the board here. 24-7. You know, Glasgow's going to roll up a lot of yardage in this game. Just haven't been able to push it in.
They've moved the football well. They just haven't been down inside scoring the red zone very often.
Barrett Wright, a 7-yard to pick up. He's carried it 20 times for 195 yards, almost 10 yards a carry. Stacey Morris made the stop. We'll hold it here. Glasgow with the football at Russellville's 25. Well, Larry, next week, big district clash with Allen County Scottsville. That's going to be a 7 o'clock start, folks. 7 o'clock start. That means our broadcast begins at 6:15 next Friday night on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
Should be a good football game. Of course, Allen County has an excellent team. They have the passing attack, they have the running attack, and they're very hard to defense. I think we can move the football on them, but we're going to have to put it in the end zone. We can't take all the time off the clock and not score.
Better passing team than, of course, Russellville. They've hit some big passes. I don't think they've got as much speed as Russellville, and I don't know if they're much bigger than Russellville.
Oh, no, I don't think they're any bigger than Russellville.
Here come the Scotties out of the double slot. Will Whiteside engineering the attack at the 25. 8 seconds to go in this football game as Whiteside drops back. Here's a long pass intended for McCandless. It's going to be dropped by Todd at the 5-yard line. Will's pass a little bit short. He took a big blast that time from Marcus Thomas. Pass is incomplete.
O.T. Todd laying back there playing center field at 6'5".
That's a big center fielder.
Yeah, and the pass was just a little bit underthrown to Freddie McCandless, but if O.T. hadn't been there, Freddie had a chance to catch it, and really O.T. Todd probably should have intercepted it and just dropped it.
Now this is the final play of this football game unless we have a defensive foul here at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 4 for the Scotties. McCandless is a wideout on the right side, double slot. Matters in there. Barrett Wright and Todd Gentry. As on the reverse handoff, here comes Barrett Wright. Cuts past the 20 down to the 18-yard line. As this game comes to an end, Barrett Wright does go over 200 yards. He picked up 7 yards, I think, that time for Barrett Wright. He picked up 6, but that does give him 21 carries for 201 yards.
A very good night for Barrett Wright, no doubt about that. They didn't stop him all night long. You know, he just can't carry the football every time. You know, you have to give him some rest, and when we do that, we didn't make up for it. And when we got the ball in scoring position, we only put it in the end zone 1 time. We had 2 other chances and didn't do it.
Russellville, a team with a lot of speed. Morris particularly. Big line up front. They ran the unbalanced line several times with great success. And when they had to score, they were really effective on the ground. And again, that big pass play, a couple of big pass plays in this game.
Yeah, they're not a fancy football team. They can throw the football if they have to, and they proved that tonight on the long 64-yard touchdown pass. And then on a crucial 3rd down situation, they made a good pass to O.T. Todd for the 1st down. But most of the time, they just line up, pitch the ball back to one of their fast running backs, which they have 2 or 3 of them, and either go right or left. They don't go up the middle a lot, but they try to go outside, and when they get them on the corners, then they have the speed to burn.
First half, Glasgow moving the football, 4th at about 1 yard at the 27, and the pass a little bit too high for Richie Gargeron. He was wide open. If he's able to grab it, it would be 6. As it is, Glasgow gives it up. Here's Morrow, 64-yard touchdown pass to Morris. And that exchange, Larry, also a key part of this game.
I think that's the very key part of the football game. If the pass to Richie Gargeron is right there on the money, he catches it and he strolls into the end zone very easily for the touchdown. And maybe they don't come back and get that long pass play on you. But you never know about that. They did come back and hit the pass play after we gave it up on down. So that's the way the thing turned out. If Richie catches the football and goes to the end zone, it may be a different ball game.
Well, how does Jerry Eubank How does he lay this game for the Allen County game next week?
Well, I said going in, you know, that we should be able to, that we wanted to be able to play with them and play them a good football game. I think we did that. The scoreboard doesn't show that we played very close to them score-wise, but it was a closer football game for the 3/4 of it anyway than what the final score is going to show. So I think Glasgow accomplished one thing. They did play a good football game. They ran the football well on the ground, and they stopped Russellville at times when they had to stop them, and then at other times they did score when they gave up the long pass play.
Russellville now 7-1 on the year. Glasgow, their 3-game winning streak is snapped. They're now 4-4. We'll talk more about it in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.